Well, Saturday night was interesting.
What happened again?
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Alright, so the path to the fight.
What?
Very
Bro, shut up, bro. No one look, bro. I'm gonna go now and get something. I don't want this shit. You're the shitty judges, yeah.
the whole fight. Here's the first
What the fuck?
What up, guys? We're back again with another video. We're going over the UFC 251 reaction. What happened this last weekend? We had the main event. Owe Masvidal, game-bred fighter, against mighty Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian god.
Oh.
And then we're gonna go over the rest of what?
Nigerian good.
He's a Nigerian beast. Okay, Nigerian god's a bit too much. Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But Nigerian beast,
Okay,
Nigerian
fine,
beast.
fine.
And then we
Just
had,
to go that.
they want to give our views and opinions on all the different other cards which went on. We had Rosa Namajunas against Jessica Andrade, the rematch. We had Max Holloway against Alexander Volkanovski, the rematch again. And then who else did we have? We had Jose Aldo against Peter Yan. We had Paige VanZant against Andrea Ribas. And then, is there anyone we're missing? That's the main card.
Yeah,
that's the main
all
card.
All the other fights didn't really matter.
Yeah, like you don't matter, like, yeah.
For a reason.
That is true. It's for a reason. It's getting up there, but I respect it, but I can't have the effort to watch it. I'm sorry.
God.
Does it make us casual fans if we don't watch the full thing? Do you think that makes us casual fans? The people are gonna hate on us now.
Oh man.
Oh, you're a fucking casual. Oh, you don't want the full thing.
No,
you should
listen,
watch every single minute of every single fight. You fucking twats.
Yeah, but then you guys won't fucking watch. So what's the fucking
Yeah,
point?
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Let's go, baby.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
let's start with the first main event of the card here. Paige VanZant against Andrew Rivers. It was a first round armbar. Paige VanZant, you're utter shite. I'm sorry. Like someone who taps out, like she. I'm sorry, but like you're a journeyman fighter. Yeah, you're a journeyman fighter. You're one of those people which can't get the main event, but you're just there because you're good looking, and then you can sell pay-per-views. We can't do anything else. I'm sorry, but
Wow.
giving literally, yeah, the Amanda Ribas here put in an armbar, like you know when you put someone in an armbar, she just started pulling. She tapped us straight away. Maybe it was like from what I saw through the screen, it looked very light, but even like who was the corner? It was Mike Bisping and then another guy. I always forget. I don't know that another commentary guy. Like they was like so confused, like that she tapped out. They're like, oh, this armbar, and then they're like, oh, you tapped, and they were like really like starstruck because they didn't know what was happening. Like, but I respect Amanda Ribas. Like she's a future UFC champion. She looks good. She looks good she has very good jiu-jitsu. But Paige VanZant, like
Quit.
No, not quit. Like just rethink your life. Like
What?
just rethink.
That's quitting.
No. I think she's a good fighter, but she's 8-5 in the UFC. Like I know records don't matter in MMA, but that's not a good record. like you know in boxing, like everyone, if you're undefeated is sick, but in MMA, like no one cares like about your record.
Yeah, we also Amanda Ribas were winning the fight.
Yeah, we had a winning in the fight, but I have my views and opinions on that fight. Let's go to the next fight. Rosa Namajunas against Jessica Andrade, the rematch. Rosa Namajunas out of for like what 10 like a year and a half or maybe 2. It was been a long time since the thing. I think what Rosa Namajunas did was very good in the fight. I'm good with the decision, but as Jeeshan was saying, one of the judges gave it to Jessica Andrade, like
Fucking dumb judges. Oh my god, the judges. Oh
no,
my
yeah, they gave a split decision, didn't they? So they gave it.
Cohet.
Yeah.
If that, whatever his fucking name is, who gives a fuck about his name? He gave the first round to Andrade. Gave the first round to Andrade when Rose was dominating the first 2 rounds.
No, he didn't give the first round. He gave the last round.
No, he gave the first round to Andrade.
One of the yeah, because it was split decision. Because it's 2 judges, 2-1.
Yeah, exactly. And this judge, even Big McCarthy, so one of the most respected referees, even he was saying that they have to remove him from the judges list, and even Dana White is thinking to remove them for the next event in Yasla Island. So I hope he gets removed. We don't need these type of judges. I think we've seen a lot of issues with judges for a long time now, and even I don't want to give a little. I don't want to get straight into the Max Holloway fight, but that kind of reminded me about what happened with Dominic Reyes.
Oh yeah, that was
ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous, and Oh, I'm sick of these judges. I'm sick of these judges.
Yeah, I think Rosa Namajunas did like getting away from the judges. I think she did what she had to do. Like it was like when you lose against someone, like the mental was it the
Mental warfare.
mental warfare? I was gonna say warfare for some reason.
Welfare.
Warfare. That's the word which was coming out of my mouth.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
Warfare. Yeah, like it's difficult when someone has won against you. Like even though people say, "Oh, it didn't affect me," but like back in your mind, imagine the same thing happens again. But like she did well. Like she moved really well. Like her husband he's one of the most supportive man I ever seen in thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like literally every single minute of the round, he's saying do this, do that. Like literally for the 15 minutes, he didn't stop talking. He was always encouraging her. Like with Rosa Namajunas, she has that. She doesn't need to she doesn't need to be screamed like to do this, do that. Like with her for right now, she just needs that that words of encouragement.
Yeah.
Like she's a champ. Like she's a really good.
Ooh, she has a fast jab.
Yeah.
Her jab is too quick. It's so light. It's like, bah!
Yeah, I know. Like literally,
Straight, man.
like
There's no telegraph in that shit.
Yeah,
no telegraph.
Like with jabbing, like the jab she uses just puts up her opponents. Like they can't think of the game plan.
Exactly, and she's always moving in and out,
Yeah.
making it very hard to counter, which is one of the most important things in MMA. Her footwork is amazing, which a lot of mixed martial arts, for some reason, don't seem to have.
Yeah.
But man, when her jab was on there, but the thing is, Andrade is just very powerful puncher, so she had to be careful throughout the whole fight. And she nearly did you see the swelling under her eye?
Yeah,
it was
the final round, Jessica Andrade put on the gas pedals and she went all out, but it still wasn't enough. I think
she felt had a lot of heart. She didn't want the same thing happening again.
Yeah.
And obviously she was careful, but in every MMA fight you always get hurt.
Yeah.
And she took it well, and she won the fight. But these judges are honestly ridiculous. If they gave it to Andrade somehow, oh my god, I think everyone would have lost their shit.
Yeah.
But now Rose is gonna has to fight Weili.
Yeah.
Oh,
that'll be a gangster fight.
No,
I think Rose is gonna win that. Not gonna lie, I think Rose is gonna win.
I think Rose will take it to her. But Zhang Weili is a very good fighter. I think she's a very good
karate artist.
She's actually really well-rounded, as a fighter. Knocking out Andrade in the first round in the first 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, like the first minute was under the first minute.
It was under the first minute. So she has very good striking. Even her takedowns are really she does it really well. So it's gonna be a very, very interesting fight.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. The women division is looking very promising at the moment.
Of course.
With so many great fighters. But yeah, moving on to the next fight.
Then we had Peter Yan against Jose Aldo. The poor man Jose Aldo.
Jose Aldo.
Like in the reaction, you could see how much I hate that guy. I don't know why I hate that guy, but it's just there's something in me which doesn't just rate him.
One of the greatest featherweights of all time.
But I don't rate him like that. Like it was sad to see.
He was a champion for so long. What?
Yeah, but the talent wasn't good out then.
Wow, okay.
Don't like the talent like UFC earlier the talent wasn't good as now, but I think now if you fall in the featherweight division, you'll be probably 10th rank or 11th. I'm not gonna lie to you, you can't beat.
But he looked good up until the second round. He was throwing leg kicks again.
No, what made him look good is Peter Yan I think Peter Yan wasn't on his best that day.
Okay.
It took him a long time to get to that place. Like when you saw the fight against the California boy Uriah Faber. He started out from round one. But with Jose Aldo, you can't deny his power. He has in his hands, and his kicks are really good. When he uses kicks, you could see that Peter Yan, it was affecting Peter Yan, but as we said that the torch is getting passed on from the student to the master.
Yeah.
I think for Jose Aldo right now, it's time to I feel he's 34, but he's been in the UFC for so long.
I get that. I totally get that. Yeah.
Being in the UFC for so long, it takes out of you. Cutting weight, it's not easy.
Oh yeah, he found it easier to get to 135 apparently.
I don't know how.
But he normally walks around 170. He walks around 170. Around 170, and he had to cut to 145 when he was fighting at the featherweight. Now he had to cut to 135. But apparently, the more muscle mass you have, the easier it is to weight cut because the more water you hold.
Yeah.
So in a sense, maybe it was easier for him. That's what he was saying, but to us, obviously, we don't know.
But Peter Yan,
it's quite drastic.
But Peter Yan, the Russian champ, man, he looked so good in that fight. He looked so good.
They should have stopped the fight a bit earlier than that. He was getting beat up on the ground, and he was just holding his head like this, and the blood being splattered everywhere. It was not nice. It was not nice.
Like if you're holding yourself like this, like, and you're not like putting a thumbs up or anything, you're just holding yourself like this. The referee took too long. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The ref took way too long. Like, even though you didn't like, the ref thinks to stop as quick as possible. Like, but the ref
was just watching. Like, this is all okay when he's not fucking okay.
Yeah, like,
how is he supposed to get up from that position?
Yeah, and that could cause like brain damage. That like in the later stage of life, like, because if you saw like whenever Jose Aldo was down, it was just punches to the head. It was not to the body. Like everything was to the head, like non-stop to the head. So, like, it's dangerous, but. Peter Yan.
What do you think is next for Jose Aldo?
I think retirement. Like,
seriously,
like he's putting it. It's like his legacy is getting tainted right now. No more. He's getting like he doesn't look good. Like, he's struggling against all the big people. Like, what's the point? He could just fight like just to time pass. But
I think there's a huge problem with the bantamweight division at the moment in the sense where who's gonna get the next title shot.
Yeah, but I think it has to be
Aljamain Sterling.
Aljamain Sterling. Peter Yan against Aljamain Sterling. But you see Henry Cejudo talking shit to Peter Yan, and Peter Yan came with the best response. He's like, "You're too pussy to fight me," so that's why he took Dominic Cruz. Imagine that would be a good fight. Peter Yan's against
Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, because he can wrestle. He knows that Russian sambo.
He's retired.
Nah,
but I think he's the most irrelevant champion. Double champ, Henry Cejudo. Like, no one really cares.
I think people do care. Like,
really? With Henry Cejudo? I don't think he needs to come back because he's done everything already. He's Olympic gold wrestling.
Yeah, but like
double champ.
Like Jose Aldo should do the same thing. Like with Henry Cejudo, when to stop because he knew. Okay, it's wearing my body out now. I have nothing else to prove. But Jose Aldo has nothing else to prove. He's done the greatest featherweight. Okay, he went for
he's only 33. He's in his prime. That's why a lot of people think that
he's in his prime.
33 is a prime.
Bro, he's lost all his last 3 fights. I think lost 4 fights.
Okay, if you're judging him by that, then yeah.
Yeah, but like it's at some point he's stopping it. But like Peter Yan, he's gonna be an odd person to stop because his movement's really good. It's everything. He's just like one of those fighters which is all round like. These Russian people, I don't know what they feed, what they eat. Like, every Russian fighter which is coming out, like Zabit, Khabib, Peter Yan, all the Russian fighters are crazy.
I can't wait to see Zabit. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So, next fight?
Then we got Max Holloway against Alexander Volkanovski. That was a bullshit decision.
Honestly, when I watched it live, when they picked Volkanovski, I was thinking, did he kind of win the 3rd round? I wasn't like that angry. He was pissed off. Okay.
Split decision and still.
What? Okay, he was pissed off. He was so pissed. He was screaming at the TV. But I was thinking, I needed to watch that 3rd round again. But after watching the 3rd round again, oh my god, he did win the 3rd round. He controlled the whole of the 3rd round. I think Volkanovski did get a lot better compared to the 1st and 2nd round. But if you look at the 3rd round, Max Holloway did control the 3rd round. He did get more significant strikes, like 24 to 19 or 18. He got more significant strikes. Big McCarthy also says that Max Holloway did win all 3 of those rounds, but that fight did really remind me of how Dominic Reyes lost, and everyone thought that he must have won 3-2. And that's a big issue with the UFC, like with judges especially, like when they see the fighter win in the later rounds, they kind of forget the first few rounds. And
I think with UFC, like judges, they think the championship rounds are worth more, but in some points, like championship rounds can change things for like so many people. Like for John Jones, even though it was 3-3, it was 3-0. Like 3 from what I saw, he was like 3. He was down by the scorecards by 3, but he had the championship, like the warrior mentality. Even though he knew he was losing, he used that 2 rounds to.
Same with Volkanovski. He got 2 takedowns in the 5th, but it's the idea of are we only gonna judge? Because there was also points like even from John Kavanagh after the Dominic Reyes fight, he was saying that if the fight was
Connor's coach.
Yeah, he was saying it just generally discussing about the match. Dominic Reyes fight, just to clarify, but he was saying that if the fight was to go in the 6th or 7th round, it will be John Jones that will be dominating. That's what they kind of look at it. But
it doesn't
is it
matter.
That? It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a 5-round fight. You should only judge it by what you just saw.
Yeah, then just make it like a boxing game and make it 12 rounds. No, but the whole point is, what's the name? Max Holloway, Dominic Reyes performed very well in the first 3 rounds, so they should still get the decision.
I think one of my favorite part of the first round was the back kick to the body, and then he led it up with a cross and right roundhouse, and it was very beautiful. And he dropped. That was. I stood up. I was like, "What the fuck?" That was so.
With Max Holloway, which people don't rate him about is his takedown defense. His takedown defense is so insane. Good.
I was surprised because Volkanovski looks so much stronger than him. He looks quite skinny, but but he was able to hold him off like most of the time, before getting taken down. But his takedown defense is incredible.
It literally was like a carbon copy of like the Dominic Reyes fights. Like did really well for the first 3 rounds, and but even because he didn't have like really good coaching, like he was doing through Zoom call and stuff, he did really well. Like
Max Holloway,
like he avoided like the leg kicks at most times,
and he was returning leg kicks as well in that fight as well. Yeah,
and every time Volkanovski would put some pressure on him, he would give it back exactly, and that's what even Dominic Reyes did. But
Dominic Reyes, his takedown defense was amazing.
Yeah, and he's only like 23. It's crazy. Yeah, he's like crazy 23 or 24. Or maybe
we have a lot to come from him. Yeah. But John Jones is
but John Jones is left, isn't it? Yeah,
he's ghosting him. He's ghosting him.
No, but John Jones left. He said, "Give me more money." Dana said no.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's gone out. So it's gonna be fun. I think the light heavyweight division is gonna be a bit dead now because everyone just likes John Jones, but it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, the heavyweight is only promising because of Daniel Cormier and Stipe 3. But besides that,
Francis
Ngannou,
he can never play Francis
Ngannou. He has a chance of winning the belt.
I think Francis Ngannou has just been. He's been taking too long to get the belt. I think UFC.
I think after this third
UFC
fight,
take the piss.
No, but I think after this third fight, he should get the belt.
Yeah, I want Danny Cormier to win. I like Stipe, but Stipe is just one of those people who just take way too long to come to fight. That's why no one rates the heavyweight division. Like what John St. Pierre or like Anderson Silva did. Like with Anderson Silva, because he's such a good legacy because he defended but 11 times in the middleweight division, and that's what gives you legacy. Like that's what gives you. That's like what John St. Pierre did, or John Jones.
I personally think that John St. Pierre is the GOAT.
Yeah, I think he made martial arts cool.
Yeah,
he made UFC cool,
and he stuck to the rules. He didn't do anything break the rules or anything. He was committed. He was one of those true martial artists. He treated it as an art, and he continues to learn even to this day. Yeah. That's why a lot of people speculate if he's gonna come back or not, because he still looked good. He was in his Instagram. If you see him, he's like 37.
Yeah, but he's conditioned really well.
Yeah, and he's fucking doing backflips and front flips in his.
Do you think the rematch is
track field? Huh?
Do you think the rematch is gonna happen? I think between Alexander Volkanovski, even though Max Holloway lost,
third fight?
Yeah, it has to be like.
I don't know. I think they might hold him up. I think someone else should fight for the belt. And then I think someone else should fight for the belt. If Volkanovski loses, then they can fight. Generally, then Max can go back for the belt.
There's a Korean zombie out there. There's Brian Ortega.
There's Zabit.
Yeah, Zabit. Yeah.
Honestly, please, oh my God, give the title to Zabit. Honestly, but I swear Zabit will cook him. I'm telling you. But Zabit is one of those well-round fighters. He's so technical.
Yeah, but Zabit's stuck in Russia and he can't.
Yeah, I know.
Him, Khabib, all the Dagestani boys.
Yeah. We'll give it a year, but the featherweight looks really good as well.
But the decision is utter bullshit. That's why I said we need at least 5 judges. 5 judges that are going to Max Holloway. And that's so sad on him. Like, it's so shite. Like that judge needs to stop. Even Dana said that judge was bad. He needs to remove
these judges. He's going to remove these judges.
Yeah, he has to, because
he has to.
This is why it stops people from going to UFC, boxing, because of shitty judges, and then everyone loses
ridiculously.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Then there was the main event. It was a Cambridge fighter against the Nigerian Nightmare and Beast. Kamaru Usman he looked like he was just in a wrestling match. He didn't look phased for most of that fight.
To be honest, coming in 6 days notice,
I-
he didn't get beat up like we thought he did.
Yeah, but-
the way that he thought he would.
Yeah.
Honestly, when he was coming out into the cage, I had some hope that something special was going to happen,
Yeah.
but I thought fucking wrong.
Yeah, but 6 days. I said earlier.
I
6
just had
days.
a feeling.
6 days.
What
Just,
story would have been?
6 days is just enough to cut weight. I think his main focus was cutting weight and stop
Yeah.
training. And Kamaru Usman, he's just like John St. Pierre. Like him and John St. Pierre are like carbon copy. Like he's so good at takedowns, stand up.
Yeah.
Like in that fight when he came out like in his ring entrance, I was just the calmness of him, like it was so
Kamaru is a
crazy.
beast. Kamaru is a beast.
And-
But a lot of people argue that his fights are boring and stuff. But he made a really good point.
Yeah,
because
but
we've been watching Floyd Mayweather for so many fucking years.
Floyd
you know?
Mayweather, he's not fun to watch, but what they pay him like 200 million, but
Yeah, exactly. But that's boxing.
but
That's
boxing is
boxing.
too much money.
There's a lot of money in there. But Kamaru Usman obviously clinched him for like the time of 2 rounds. 10 minutes.
But as you said, like even though fight's not good, like as a fighter, you don't.
doesn't
need,
matter.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
You don't need to make sure for the audience, but like because the pay-per-view sales were done by
Yeah, 1.3
Masvidal. Yeah, it was,
1.3 million.
yeah, Masvidal. So he's still getting his share. He's still getting his fight bonus, but. Like Kamaru Usman, I don't know who's gonna beat him. Like he's a crazy fighter. I love him so much. Even though his fighting style's not good, he's one of those grind out styles which I really
Homie
love.
Masvidal, that fight showed a lot of heart. I think a lot of us thought that Kamaru Usman would wrestle him easily and beat him up easily, but he found it tough to wrestle with him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he was showing a lot of heart. So I think with a proper training camp, he will give him a much better fight, and
Yeah.
you know it will be much challenging for.
Even he said,
Kamaru.
"Oh, let me get a few wins and we'll run it back." So like,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
for him, like with
Straight back at
Masvidal,
training.
like I'm not gonna say, oh, he should not get another Thai fight. It's like he should, because I would give him like a couple of fights. I want him to fight someone like fight some more people. Then I want him to run it back with.
No.
What are you
I
saying?
think Kamaru needs to fight Leon Edwards.
No, I'm talking about Masvidal.
Yeah,
I said don't
think
need the rematch immediately.
Immediately, fight a little bit
let's
more.
let him like fight a few more like good people, maybe like Kobe Covington. That'll be
He
fun.
could run it back with Wonder Boy again,
Yeah.
if he wanted to, because he lost that
Oh,
fight.
yeah,
That's what the fight that he wants, because he felt like he wanted to change a lot of things.
yeah, that'll be a good fight,
That'll
because
be a good fight,
it won't be nothing on the ground. It will just be like blow
That's
for
a
blow.
great stand up.
Yeah, it will be it
But
will just be
for
like a kickboxing fight or just
Yeah.
a thing.
But for Kamaru, give
Leon Edwards or
the
Gilbert
title
Burns.
shot.
Yeah, let him.
Give him the title shot, because
Yeah.
he's in 8-win fight streak,
Yeah.
and he's been beating up guys. I know Gilbert Burns has a 4-win win streak and beat Tyron. But Leon Edwards, come on man, give that British fighter that.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
Leon Edwards has lost to Kamaru Usman before. You know that.
Yeah, but that was early in his career.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
yeah,
give him
early in
that
his
second
career.
chance.
Run
yeah.
it back, innit? Run it
Yeah,
back.
run it back. I think I think in the welterweight division right now, Leon Edwards deserves the title shot. Give that British guy, you know.
I wouldn't mind seeing Kobe Covington again. I love that guy's sick.
Yeah, I know you're wearing the cap that fucking looks
Make
like.
America great again.
Yeah, you fuck off.
No, I don't under.
Ah,
I
you
know
fuck off.
everything's out. Like it's like I don't support Trump in any way. Like, but it's just his persona is very good. Like
Yeah, it's all an act though. It's all
Yeah,
a fake.
but
Because he was about
he's
to
the
get-
only one which is look close to being Usman. Whoa, one judge either were like 3-1 to Usman, another judge at 3-1 Covington. So if that went the distance, if
Kobe would have.
yeah, if he ran it back again, I think it would have been Kobe, who knows way to change his fight up.
Yeah.
And his cardio take defense, and Kobe Covington's stand up's really good, which no one rates, but I rate very well. So I think he's the only one. Gilbert Burns is alright, but
So yeah, that was UFC 251. Please do like and subscribe and keep up with our content. Obviously, the subscribe button will be down below, and please click it, because we have a lot of videos coming up each week. So yeah, thank you for listening and have a lovely day.